In the tranquil town of Oakwood, nestled amidst rolling hills and verdant forests, whispers began to circulate of an impending doom. Rumors spread like wildfire, carried on the lips of frightened townsfolk who spoke of a shadowed storm looming on the horizon. Its approach was heralded by an eerie darkness that blotted out the sun, casting the world into a perpetual twilight. As the days passed, the once vibrant town of Oakwood descended into a state of fear and paranoia. People barricaded themselves inside their homes, hoping to escape the looming threat, but the darkness seemed to seep through every crack and crevice, insidious and relentless. Among the terrified masses was a young man named Jake, whose life had been forever changed by the encroaching darkness. He had lost his family to the shadows, their screams echoing in his mind like a haunting refrain. Now, he wandered the empty streets alone, a solitary figure in a world consumed by fear. With each passing day, the darkness drew closer, its presence suffocating and oppressive. The sky turned a sickly shade of gray, and the air grew thick with an otherworldly chill. Desperation gnawed at Jake's insides as he searched for some shred of hope amidst the encroaching despair. One fateful evening, as Jake huddled in the abandoned remains of a once bustling marketplace, he saw it, a swirling mass of black clouds on the horizon, roiling and churning with malevolent intent. The shadowed storm had arrived, its arrival heralded by a deafening roar that sent shivers down Jake's spine. Driven by instinct, Jake fled into the forest, his heart pounding in his chest as he raced against the encroaching darkness. He stumbled and fell, his breath coming in ragged gasps as he struggled to keep pace with the relentless storm. But no matter how fast he ran, the darkness seemed to swallow him whole, its tendrils reaching out to drag him into the abyss. Just when all hope seemed lost, Jake stumbled upon an old cabin hidden deep within the woods. With a burst of adrenaline-fueled strength, he forced open the door and stumbled inside, collapsing onto the dusty floor in exhaustion. He could hear the storm raging outside, its fury shaking the very foundations of the cabin. As Jake lay there, battered and bruised, a voice whispered from the shadows, sending a chill down his spine. "Welcome, Jake," it hissed, its tone dripping with malice. "I've been expecting you." Jake's blood ran cold as he realized he was not alone. He could sense a presence lurking in the darkness, watching him with eyes unseen. With trembling hands, he reached for a nearby lantern and lit it, casting a flickering light into the gloom. And there, in the shadows, he saw it, a figure cloaked in darkness, its features obscured by a veil of black mist. It spoke again, its voice echoing with a sinister resonance that sent shivers down Jake's spine. "I am the darkness that lurks within us all," it intoned, its words like daggers cutting through the silence. "I am the shadowed storm that sweeps across the land, consuming everything in its path." Jake's mind raced as he tried to make sense of the creature before him. Was it a demon, a trick of his fevered imagination, or something far more sinister? He could feel the darkness closing in around him, threatening to engulf him in its embrace. But then, as if guided by some unseen force, Jake's hand brushed against something cold and metallic, a silver dagger, ancient and gleaming with power. With a newfound sense of resolve, he grasped the dagger tightly in his hand, its weight reassuring against his palm. With a cry of defiance, Jake lunged forward, plunging the dagger into the heart of the darkness. A deafening roar filled the air as the creature recoiled in agony, its form writhing and contorting in pain. But Jake did not relent, driving the dagger deeper and deeper until finally, with one last anguished scream, the darkness dissipated into nothingness. As dawn broke over the horizon, Jake emerged from the cabin, battered but alive. The shadowed storm had been vanquished, its malevolent presence banished from the land. But as he looked out at the desolate landscape, Jake couldn't shake the feeling that the darkness still lingered, waiting to rise again. For in the heart of the storm, he had glimpsed something far more terrifying than he could have ever imagined, the true face of evil lurking just beyond the shadows. and though he had emerged victorious, Jake knew that the battle against the darkness was far from over.